Hello, my fellow Nigerians. This message is directly to Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on the sad story of flooding that took so many lives in Borno recently. First and foremost, I would like to say a condolence to every family affected by this family in Borno, the government and the people of Borno State, and everyone who lost loved ones and those who have lost homes and properties and everything they have. This sad story wasn't supposed to happen before if our leaders and those who are in authority that are supposed to do the right thing actually have a heart to think about the people and not just themselves. It was reported that so many millions and billions of naira were apportioned to this dam to be fixed. So many times, those monies were embezzled by human beings, by Nigerians, by leaders, by politicians who are supposed to look after their people. But instead of looking after their people, they are busy looking after themselves. An average Nigerian is now patriotic about his country. An average Nigerian politician is only thinking about how to rack millions and millions into his account and not thinking about the people of Nigeria. We have had these many stories too many times of different disasters in our country. Flood in Borno today. We had also some in Lekki, and we have all over the country. And what happened is that we come up with disaster relief, we come up with palliative. I think enough of palliative, enough of disaster relief, but we must run a country where law and order is what we are operating. Any country that does not operate by law and order cannot succeed as a nation. I expect not just Mr. President to set up a panel of inquiry to see the reason why this dam got to a point where it caused a disaster, a pandemic for the country. What happened to many contracts that has been awarded about fixing this dam? Not just these dams and every other dam around Nigeria. So let us for once bring to justice those who are not doing the right thing in our country, those who are collecting contract and embezzling the money and just go scot-free away with it. And at the end of the day, many lives are being lost. And what we do is visit, is condolence. Enough of condolencing with Nigerian people. It is time to put action on governance until we get to that. Now, it's been over a year that Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been a Nigerian president. I have not seen one person be indicted. Not one singular person, with every anomalies going on in our country. Not one single person has been indicted or has been punished or has been brought to justice for so many injustices in our nation. And you begin to wonder, the only people that the government is so quick to pick up, is so quick to arrest, are those who protested for good governance in our nation. But every other person who has been messing up the country, who has been messing the nation, let's start from even the former minister, Edu. What happened to Edu today? We have no idea. So once you belong to the ruling party, the case is closed. There is no country that can ever survive when there is no punishment, there is no law. We see other parts of the world where even ruling party members they do something against the law and the law catches up with them, but not in our nation, Nigeria. A nation that must succeed must be a nation of law and order. So we cannot run a country. We cannot have a country that will be successful until we get to a point where we operate on law and order, rewards and punishments. So I'm calling on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that this Borno flooding pandemic must not be swept under the carpet. Everyone involved in contracting and not doing their job should be brought to justice. Let us for once call a spade a spade. Let us for once bring people to justice who were supposed to fix that dam, collected so much money and did nothing. Let it not just be one of those pandemics we have and we say condolences and we go away. Because not just the family who have lost so many loved ones, that city will never remain the same again. There are some who have lost a whole generation. There are some who have lost their homes and they may not even be able to recover for the rest of their lives. Let us run a country where people are accountable. Accountability is lacking in our leadership in our country. Accountability is lacking in our government, in our nation. And any nation that lacks accountability can never progress. And that is why we have always been moving one step forward and 10 steps backward. We're watching, and Nigerians are watching. Our government is not doing enough. Our government needs to do better than what we are doing. And I hope that this also will be a wake-up call for the government to look into every other dams in the country. Other dams, the Ashejires, the one in the southwest, the one in the east, the one in the south, the one in the other part of the north. And review to make sure that every contract that has been contracted out is done and not abandoned. So many abandoned projects come back to haunt Nigerian people. Innocent, ordinary Nigerian people. This is so sad. And in as much as we want to send the condolences to the people of Borno and those families that were affected. The people, the government must be responsive to the people. And the government of Nigeria must be accountable. And making sure they're not just setting up a panel of inquiry, but coming up with punishment for everyone whose hands is in this project and didn't do nothing about it. Until we get to that, we're not going to have a country. So, on behalf of myself, Rescue Movement, we say condolences to everyone affected by this pandemic. May the souls of those we lost rest in peace, and may God give us the fortitude to bear the loss that we lost in this pandemic. And we hope that this does not repeat itself in another state, another city, another village. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. May God bless you, and may God bless me. Thank you.